I don't want to be talked to. I just want to walk in. When could you go over there? When have you been? How many square feet is it?
40,000.
40? I wonder how big the Mac is. Does the Mac seem a whole lot bigger?
The Mac was bigger, but it was more closed off. So it might not have seen it. I don't know.
I look like it's dark in here. I'm going to try to get through today's show, everybody. I do have a very sore throat. Me and my wife both have extremely sore throats. I don't think it's anything like really bad. What's the first thing you find when you Google sore throat? COVID.
True.
My Wi-Fi is on here. I do not think we've got the COVID, but my throat hurts extremely bad. So, getting started into today's morning grind, I will probably be a little less, maybe a little less talkative, little less enthusiasm, maybe even a little, I don't know. We're just going to try to get through it. We start off every single day, 60 seconds of gratitude. I'm thankful for two things. I'm thankful for Remy thinking about my sore throat and getting me these guys. Thank you for going to get them, Liliana. Jason Jones is here in the audience. He brought us some coffee today. So I won that. Did I cheat to win? Do you swear? How did you pick me?
Put clients and people who like our Facebook pages into a randomizer
and that's all?
Spun the wheel.
Now, when did you come up with this idea?
Actually, I have a tax coach who does seminars about 4 times a year.
Okay.
And he does giveaways, and he uses this randomizer to do it. So I just pinged him, and I'm like, where'd you get that randomizer? He sent me to the website.
When did you first get the idea?
Probably beginning of this month. I said I'm going to do like a 12 days of Christmas
I like
giveaway.
it. I like it. So people come to me and ask me yesterday, one little Spaniard. Are you Spaniard or Mexican?
Central American.
Central. What is that? Is that called Central American?
Salvadorian.
Salvadorian. Okay, this little Salvadorian came to me and she had this idea. And I like the idea, but I just don't know how to make stuff like that work. The most important thing I told her is what?
To go talk to somebody else about it.
That was the first thing I did. You're exactly right. But how did I conclude it? What did I tell you?
That if I keep doing consistently, then
I said this. Doing something once does not work. If you're going to do it once, it's worth doing repeatedly. So when's your next one you're going to do?
We'll probably do something around New Year's. I'm working on that right now.
Man, I like that. See, too many people have an idea, and their idea is dead before it's on the streets, before it's working. That's something I'm great at doing. I got all these ideas, and they never leave the red light. They just stop. And that's something I'd like to do something about. Me and Lorena were talking about it. Today we're getting into the show topic. What was the show topic? Do you remember? Are you paying attention? El Salvadorian.
yeah, can Josh be a leader at 20 years old?
Is it fair? Is it fair for me to put expectations on this little man, all 159.8 pounds of him, and he's got 12 suits. Is it fair for me to expect him to kind of pick up where I've left off when it comes to training, when it comes to holding people accountable? Whenever I go to him and I have these expectations, is it fair? Today's show topic, Josh picked the topic. Thank you very much. So, first question, how do you feel about that?
It is scary.
Is it?
Yes.
Does Josh seem scared to you when he does this?
No.
How does he? So, if you were to grade him, Chris Clark says you can. If you were to grade how he's helping you, El Salvador, I think of those people that are like, hello, with the Bulls. Hello. I think of the Bulls. Is that where that happens?
No, that's Spain.
Spain. Okay, I'm wrong. So, tell me how you feel about his teaching style.
I feel good. He's confident when he's telling us how we should approach things.
How do you feel about the man? He's
amazing.
He's how many years older are you than him?
I'm 7 years older than him.
You're 7 years older. What are you, 5 years older than Josh? What am I? 6.
What the man?
So do you feel like whenever he's trying, does he boss y'all around or does he encourage you?
Encouraged.
He encourages. Okay. So the whole reason why I put this into places. This was me. It used to just be me up here teaching one little kid that was 18 years old. And the reason why I got better the fastest was because I started teaching. 3 years ago, I wasn't very good. And when Josh came on, I know I wasn't very good because Josh didn't improve very fast. So Josh came along, and I'm coaching him up. And then Drew comes along, and I'm coaching 2 people up. So then what it forced me to do was start paying attention to, man, I've got to have something to tell these people. I've got to make sure whenever I'm communicating with them, it's clear. I've got to show them that I know what's going on. And I found after doing this for about a year that my skill level went up the fastest that it had ever gone. What I knew was multiplying because I would say something to Josh and then I would watch Josh. I would watch him make phone calls and I would listen and I would say, well, that didn't sound good. You should have told him this or you should have told him that. Has that happened? Is Josh listening to you? 2 things are going on now. As I'm getting busier doing other things, it's harder for me to just sit in here and continue to teach because the room, hell, if everybody comes in here, we're packed in here. So now you guys are getting coached by Josh, but the big thing going on for Josh is he's getting a lot better. Do you feel like you've gotten a lot better?
Yeah. I feel like I've gotten a lot more clear on everything.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Congratulations on doing that video yesterday. Yes. Yeah. See, whenever we're communicating, communication is, I think, the first step that you can do to start making more money. If you can improve your communication skills where I can communicate clearly with you and I can give you enough information that's extremely clear, you can have the certainty to make a decision. When you're unclear, I will radiate unclear energy to you and you adapt unclear thoughts. Does that make sense? I know that's talking really, really weird. Josh is my prediction. Josh, 20 years old, 21 in April, correct? He's 21 years old. He'll be 21 years old. He's going to have the biggest jump that he's had. Why didn't you call me back this morning?
Sorry.
Why didn't you call me back?
Because by the time I called you back, you were already here.
Well, damn, I called you an hour ago.
I know. What not?
I hate you today.
I know.
I hate your guts. So here's why I'm making this bold prediction today. Here's why the show topic is about Josh. My prediction is Josh is going to have a huge 2022 because he's forced himself without even, he wasn't even asked to do that. I just told him you got to do it. Kind of the way Rip talks to, or John Dutton talks to Rip. He just tells him what to do. Josh, here's what you're going to do. Noah helps you, but what you're going to see with Josh is he will get more clear and he's going to get a lot better. Now, the way you should look at this is you guys, whenever other people come here, you should want to do what he's doing. Teaching is when you become your absolute best. And I wish I would have known this a long time. Do you ever teach stuff? Do you? What do you teach?
I teach a lot of principles of accounting stuff to some online students.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're scattered all over the country. And
Have you noticed how much better you've gotten when you started teaching people?
oh, I have to be. Absolutely. Yeah.
It forces you to now. What are you studying right now? Because you've got to produce thought. You got to produce content. Does it force you every single day to learn?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how that looks.
Well, learning from not my mistakes, but their mistakes. Like whenever they're on the phone, they make a mistake. I learn.
Question for you: can you spot when they make a mistake?
Yes.
Does he point that out to you? Now, what does he say?
He'll first ask us, what did you have done that was different, and then he'll explain.
See, a year ago, whenever Hayden first came in here, he was on the phone call.
Hello.
He was on a phone call, and Hayden was saying the wrong things. My throat's getting a little sore. Hayden was saying the wrong things, and Josh looked at him and gave him the thumbs up.
That a boy.
Atta boy, that's good. It was a dumbass question that Hayden was asking. See how far he's. All the guys have come a long way. All 4 of the guys have come a very long way. And now Now I'm seeing what I put in that vision that I had a few years ago. I'm seeing how it's starting to grow even more because the students are now teaching. So if you really want to elevate your game, if you want to get to a completely different level, I would tell you to start teaching something. Become a leader. Step up. Did it take courage to become a leader? Did it for you?
I still takes courage.
Does it? So like today, do you know what you're going to talk about?
Yep.
Would you have a topic?
I do.
So today we've got Zena. Josh is a leader. What would you like to say about your wife?
Thank you.
Does she really believe that? Or does she? What does she say
She's
behind?
my leader.
Does she boss you around?
Yes.
You're doing great. That's exactly what you told. That's exactly what you were telling Hayden that day. So I want to say this and end it because I can't really. Well, man, I'll call you in a little bit because I can't talk well at all today. My throat. It is unfair that we put expectations on Josh at 20 years old to be a leader. It is unfair, but by him accepting the responsibility, what is he thinking about himself at 20? He's walking around and he thinks a little bit different about himself. He feels a little bit different about himself. But most importantly, Josh produces completely different than he did, when, 6 months ago?
Yep.
So,
Maybe even like 4 months ago. There's a flip.
well, I'm telling you, you're going to go to a completely different level because now you're teaching. I got to shut it down because I can't hardly talk. Shut us down, Von Grafton.